Hello and welcome to another episode of Supercharge Your Finances. My name is Easton Price, a financial planner with Prosperity Wealth Planning, and today we'll be discussing how to rethink your retirement accounts as you enter retirement, and specifically what to do with your 401k when you are contemplating retirement. So first on the agenda is to talk about how retirement is this opportune time to pause and reflect and simplify where possible. We'll talk about how consolidation can actually make things easier for you. We'll talk about the ins and outs of 401k rollovers, and we'll end with the pros and the cons associated with those rollovers. So retirement is this huge life transition that creates an opportunity to pause, reflect, reassess our values, redetermine our goals, and really kind of lay out the priorities that we want to have going into this next chapter. One thing that can help with this is simplification. We've spent the majority of our lives saving and accumulating and growing assets so that one day we can make the decision to retire. When we do make that decision, we then, as I mentioned, have this shift of priorities and goals, and we don't want to have so many plates spinning in the air anymore. We're trying to reduce the things that we have to worry about. And having multiple investment accounts out there and managing multiple different strategies can be complicated and time consuming. And so rolling over your 401k to an IRA where your other assets are held, or maybe you already have an existing IRA, just consolidates and makes things easier for you. It's one less thing to worry about. So how does a 401k rollover actually work? Well, first you've got to retire. Congratulations, now you've retired. Now what? Next comes some paperwork, some phone calls to your current plan provider, which, by the way, we help all of our clients through this process to make it as easy and efficient as possible on their end. Once we've got the paperwork and the phone calls handled, we then have a transfer of assets from your plan sponsor to Charles Schwab, where we custody our assets. This transfer is completely tax and penalty free. A lot of clients are fearful that this will trigger some sort of consequence from a tax perspective. That's not true so long as we have a direct trustee to trustee rollover. So the pros and the cons, let's go ahead and start with the pros. As mentioned, if we can consolidate your accounts all in one place, it becomes much easier to align your investment philosophy across all of your accounts. We can optimize your asset allocation, which is that ratio of stocks to bonds, as well as your asset location, which determines where we want to hold certain funds based on the tax treatment of these various accounts that you now have in your portfolio. Rolling over your 401k also enhances the investment options. Most 401k providers will limit you to your 401k investment options, whereas in an IRA and under our management, we have essentially the world of investments at our fingertips. A rollover will also enhance planning opportunities. Most folks have a big concern about how do I recreate my paycheck in retirement, and so distribution strategies is on the forefront of their minds. Having all of your accounts in one place makes it much easier to plan for retirement, to plan for taxes, and again, to align that investment strategy across your accounts. So the cons. Yes, you are right. You read my mind. Rolling over that 401k under our management will then incur our management fee. Correct. However, the plan sponsor, who may not be charging you a large fee, they're also not providing you with the comprehensive financial solutions that we offer our clients. And secondly, the loss of 401k loan options is a con, but probably not terribly applicable to many folks. And lastly, there's not a one-size-fits-all solution here, so let's talk about what's right for you and your particular situation as you're contemplating your retirement and what to do with your 401k. I appreciate your time today. If you have any questions, feel free to email anyone on the team. And if you're not sure who to email, go ahead and send us an email at info@prosperitywealthplanning.com or scan that QR code to access our website. Thank you.
Past performance is not indicative of future results. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Prosperity Wealth Planning, LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Irvine, California. Prosperity Wealth Planning may only transact business in those states in which it is registered or qualifies for an exemption or exclusion from registration requirements. The information in this video should not be construed as a substitute for personalized individual advice from Prosperity Wealth Planning. Information is for educational purposes only and is not intended to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Prosperity Wealth Planning is not a CPA firm or law firm and does not provide specific tax advice, legal advice, or estate planning services. You should consult with a qualified tax professional or attorney for tax or legal advice before implementing any strategy discussed herein. The opinions expressed by our firm or its supervised personnel herein are subject to change without notice. The opinions referenced are as of the date of publication and are subject to change due to changes in the market or economic conditions and may not necessarily come to pass.